Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be sharing with you a few basic styling tips that I've picked up over the last few years. So I have 5 tips in total to share with you guys today. This is future Bronwyn popping in. I actually have 6 tips. I just recounted. So yeah, enjoy the 6 tips, not 5. Of course, all the rules are meant to be broken, so do not feel like you have to stick by these. They are not rules that are set in stone. They're more just if you're feeling a little bit stuck, if you feel like the outfits you're putting together don't quite work. These are some tips that you can try to help them look a little bit more put together. So I hope you enjoy and get something out of this video. As always, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I upload a new video at least once a week, and let's go ahead and get started. So tip number 1 is to think about the silhouette that you are creating and balance it out. So that means if you're wearing something loose on the bottom, wear something a bit more fitted on the top and vice versa. I found that if you wear something loose on the top and the bottom, it ends up just looking really baggy and like the clothes don't really fit you properly. And the same with your whole outfit being tight. It can work in some situations, but a lot of the time it just looks a little bit unbalanced. So I found that going with the half-half rule, half fitted, half loose, tends to be the perfect silhouette. So for example, if I'm wearing this skirt, it is a flowy skirt, it's nice and loose. If I've chosen to wear this, then I will wear a fitted jumper, and that doesn't always mean wearing a jumper that is tight. It can just mean tucking the jumper in. So if you're struggling and you don't have anything that you feel is fitted to go on your top half, definitely just tuck it in. It makes all of the difference. What I wouldn't do with this dress is wear a really big oversized jumper and then leave it untucked, because the silhouette that creates has no shape to it. This skirt has elastic around the waistband, so it does cinch me in quite nicely, but if you can't see that because I've covered it up with a big jumper, I just end up looking really frumpy. So by at least tucking the jumper in, you're still able to see my waistline, and it means that I have a little bit more shape. One of the exceptions that I found to this rule is straight leg jeans, because they are more fitted up the top and then a little bit looser towards the bottom, so they kind of fall into both categories. So I found that with straight leg jeans I can either tuck a jumper in or leave it loose, and it looks good both ways. So tip number 2 is to think about your proportions. Now this is going to be different for everybody. I can only give you the example that is of my body. So I have short legs. I'm short in general, but my legs in particular are where it is quite noticeable. So the way that I balance that out is by wearing high-waisted things. Again, we're going to use the example of this skirt. Because it cinches me in at my waist, which is quite a bit above where my legs end, it creates the illusion of me having longer legs. Again, this only works if you can see the waistband. If I've left a jumper untucked, then you're not able to see how far up the skirt comes, which means that it doesn't create the illusion of me having longer legs. Or similarly, if I wear jeans that don't have a high waistband, like these ones here, I do still wear these from time to time, but not that often, because they don't help me look like my legs are in proportion with the rest of my body. So I do tend to, most of the time anyway, wear high-waisted on the bottom and then tuck in whatever I'm wearing on top. Even if it's not tucked in all the way, like this I've only tucked at the front, it still shows that this is where my waist is, which creates the illusion of me having longer legs. And the other thing you can do if you do have shorter legs like me is you can wear heels, even if they're only small heels. I normally wear heeled boots in winter, and that again just gives me a little bit of extra height, which makes my legs look a little bit longer, but that's not going to be the same for everybody, so you have to think about your personal proportions and how you can balance them out. Part of that is trial and error, and the other part is just knowing your body and knowing what looks good on your body and the reason why it looks good. Tip number 3 is to match your accessories. This one stumped me for a really long time because I was trying to match my accessories to my outfit, but the more important thing, in my opinion anyway, is to match your accessories to each other. Because if you've got 3 different accessories that are all different colors, then it's going to look really mismatched. But if you've got 3 accessories that are all in a similar color, then it looks like it's tied in together, even if they don't necessarily have the same color as your outfit. I personally think the easiest colors to accessorize with are either black or browns. If you're going black, I would go for a pair of black boots. These are ones that I wear just about every day in winter. I would match that with a black coat, because already you've tied in your shoes with your coat and it looks like you've put your outfit together with a lot of thought in mind. And if, unlike me, you have a variety of belts, I would choose to go for a black belt like the one that I'm wearing today to tie in with your coat and your shoes. Black is probably easier because there aren't really variations of black. Something's either black or it's not. So I do find that Black ties everything in really nicely because it all looks like the same color. Browns is a little bit more tricky, but I think you also have a little bit more wriggle room. There are lots of different shades of brown. There's tans, there's light brown, dark brown, all sorts. But I think if you've chosen to go with brown accessories, you can have a couple of different color variations. I'm going to show you what I mean. So I have this tan coat, which I would consider a brown. It's a neutral. I mean, I wouldn't call it brown, but it's kind of in that brown family. So if I were going to wear this, then most of the time I would pair it with these tan shoes, and they have the brown buckle detail on them as well. So it's going to tie in nicely with other browns. And I would also usually probably choose to wear this brown bag as well. And I think that although these three items are different colors, I think because they're all in that kind of brown family, they're very neutral, they work really well together. So don't be afraid of having different kinds of browns. And then of course, if you have a selection of belts, you can go for a brown belt. Tip number 4 is definitely one that I break quite often, but just having the tip in mind has helped me to put together outfits that look a little bit better than they would have if I didn't use this tip. And it is to limit your outfit to 3 colors, which of course you don't have to do, but it just helps to kind of make your outfit a little bit more cohesive. So maybe you keep the bulk of your outfit to 3 colors and then you just add in another color with your accessories perhaps. The reason I wanted to include this tip is there's one particular outfit that I have in mind that I used to wear to work quite often. This is a couple of years ago now, and every time I wore the outfit, I would just feel like something was not quite right, and I didn't know what it was, and I finally figured it out. I'll show you the outfit I'm talking about. I would wear this dress, which already has 3 colors in it. It's navy blue with white polka dots and then a cherry red belt. That on its own is absolutely gorgeous, but because I love the dress so much, I want to wear it in winter as well. So what I do is I would pair it with black stockings and a black cardigan. I can't show you the black cardigan because I don't have it anymore, but I'll show it to you with my black coat, which I also used to wear with it. So that makes 4 colors. And then I would wear it with these brown boots. So that makes 5 colors. And I always just felt like something was a little bit off. I knew that none of the colors clashed because all of the colors except for the cherry red are neutrals. So I wasn't sure what was wrong with the outfit, and I only realized quite recently that it was just simply because there were too many colors. Not that any of them clashed, but there were just too many of them. So it's just something to keep in mind. If you feel like there's too many things going on with your outfit, then maybe try taking out one of the colors. If I wanted to wear this dress now, I mean in summer it's fine because in summer I just wear it on its own, but if I wanted to wear it now in winter, I would still wear it with the stockings because I have to in winter. So the black is already there, so I would just pair it with black boots so that there wasn't that extra 5th color. Black stockings, black boots, black coat, and then at least there would only be 4 colors. Tip number 5, which once again is very personal and depends on each individual person's body shape, but it is to emphasize the best bits or your favorite parts of your body. So for example, if you like your waist and you feel like it's the smallest part of your body and you'd like to emphasize that, then wearing something again like this skirt cinches in at the waist is a great idea because it draws the eye to that smallest part of your body. The same thing with this dress here, because it has the belt which goes around your waist. It draws the attention to there again, especially because it's bright red. As well as drawing the attention to parts of your body that you like, you can cover up parts that you don't like so much. So if you're not so happy with your legs, then you can just cover them up. And I don't mean with jeans, I don't mean with something tight fitting. I mean with something like a long flowy dress or a long flowy skirt, which once again, this would be perfect for. But the example that I want to show you, which is great for both cinching in your waist and covering up your legs, is this dress here. It is a midi length dress and it's more fitted at the top and then not so fitted at the bottom, and then it also has a tie around the waist. So it cinches your waist and then it just flows over your legs and just covers up all of those problem areas. I think having a handful of staple items in your wardrobe that make you feel great because they show off your best bits and cover up the bits that you don't like is definitely what everyone needs in their wardrobe so that you can feel great in whatever you're wearing. And my final tip is to be honest with yourself about your size. When you are shopping for new clothes and trying them on, I don't want you to be thinking, I used to be a size 8, I know I can just fit into size 8, so I'm just gonna get the size 8, even though it's maybe a little bit tight and uncomfortable. Nobody else needs to know what the tag on your clothes says, so I want you to be completely honest with yourself, and if something's feeling a little bit tight and a little bit uncomfortable, I want you to try the size up. This has definitely happened to me in the last few years, and I definitely tried to keep buying the size that I used to be, and then I would find that I would not wear those items because it was uncomfortable, and I could be in it for a little bit, but I couldn't be in it for the whole day. Things like little summer dresses with straps that would cut into your arm about here, that I find really uncomfortable. And jeans that were maybe only half a size too small, but it just meant that I felt uncomfortable all the time. So go a size up, see if it's more comfortable, just be honest with yourself. And if you do that, you will get a lot more wear out of your clothes because you will be comfortable in them and you won't feel like you're having to suck in all the time or do any of those uncomfortable things. So those are all of the tips that I had to share with you today. I really hope you did find at least one of these tips helpful. Let me know if you have any more in the comments below so we can all learn from them. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again next time. Bye!